Hello and welcome class 11 commerce students. Today in this class I am going to start the syllabus of tax for the first unit test exam. So first I will discuss about the concept of this tax. The concept of this tax, what is tax? Tax is a compulsory payment levied upon the uh, common people uh, by the government. It is a compulsory payment made by the common people to the government in order to enjoy certain common benefits. So, these common benefits are granted by the authority, that is government, to the people of the country. Fees and tax are fees and tax are not similar. So fee one can recover or expect to receive a certain specific benefit. On the contrary, payment of tax is nothing but expects to recover directly in exchange. Now this idea of tax is not a newly introduced concept in the hand of the government. It is a concept where the government, in order to fulfill the social and economic objectives. So previously this tax was started from the Mauryan Empire in India and a well developed taxation policy under Chandragupta Maurya's ministry. It was started in 327 AD. So, however, the journey of income tax in modern India has been started from 1860. It was started from 1860. So, tax first began in the year 1860 when Sir James Wilson introduced, it was introduced by tax, the concept of tax, the idea of tax was first coined by Sir James Wilson. Sir James Wilson is the first person who has started the concept of this tax. It was introduced. It was introduced in the British government due to Sepoy Mutiny in 1857. The first Income Tax Act was enacted in the year 1860 and this act was in force full for 5 years. Actually, the British has misused all the funds of the Indian government, and that fund is to be recovered from the taxes which are being deducted from the common people's income. In exchange, they are being given certain benefits. Benefits like usage of roads, usage of park, flyovers, these type of things, these type of common benefits are enjoyed by common people, and in exchange of that they have to pay tax. So what are the objectives of this tax? It may assist the government in what are the objectives? I will discuss about the objectives of tax. Why is tax collected from people? First of all, it helps the government in removing the economical disparity. Helps the government in removing the economical crisis or disparity, whatever you can write, of the country. This is the first objective of the tax. Second is common people will be benefited with the development of work performed. So benefit of common people will be benefited. Number 3, it encourages higher income group people to save more. It encourages savings. It encourages higher income group people. It encourages savings. Savings of whom? of higher income group people. They have to pay tax. Lower income group people doesn't pay the direct tax. That I will tell you afterward. It also assures maintenance of sovereignty of the country. It may help the government in reducing the inequalities in distribution of income. It helps to allocate more fund towards the infrastructural development and fulfilling other social commitment. So infrastructural development is also possible. So as you can see that these are the various types of objectives of tax. Now we will learn about the main features of income tax. Now we will come to the main feature of income tax. Tax is of two types. What are the two types of tax? One is direct tax, other is indirect tax. If we broadly classify tax into two segments, we can get direct tax and indirect tax. So these are the two distinct categories of tax. What is direct tax? Direct tax is a tax which is directly collected from common people who earn. Direct tax is a tax which is directly collected from a person having a certain income. So income tax is the best example of direct tax. Other than income tax, there are also other tax, but income tax is the main direct tax. Apart from that, there is professional tax, that is wealth tax, etc. Whereas the indirect tax is the tax which is not charged upon a person who will give. Rather, this tax is charged upon some other person, and the person upon whom it is charged can shift the burden of tax to the third person. That means the person who is directed to be paying tax, he does not pay the tax, he does not take the responsibility or the obligation of paying tax. Rather, he shifts the burden of tax from him to the other people. So the burden of tax is shifted. That's why it is called indirect tax. Tax is collected indirectly from not the person from upon whom tax is levied, but from another person who is not directly involved in the transaction. Suppose tax is charged upon a person, but he is not paying the tax. He is shifting the burden of tax to some other person, collecting fund from them and then paying tax to the government. For example, GST. We give GST, but GST is charged upon the retailers. But what the retailers and wholesalers do? They collect it from the customers. So GST is an example of indirect tax. Apart from that, custom duty, import tax, export tax, excise duty, sales tax, import and export tax, import and export duty. All these are indirect tax. This is the concept of direct and indirect tax. In my next class, I will discuss about the income tax. So today up till this, follow the video carefully.